Third Sunday of Advent, AGaudete Sunday of joyful expectation, rejoice. The Lord is near. Today we celebrate AGaudete Sunday, a radiant moment in the heart of Advent that calls us to rejoice. The rose candle shines brightly as a reminder that the Lord is near and His coming is already stirring hope in the world. Last Sunday we met John the Baptist in the desert, boldly preparing the way for the Messiah. Today we find him in prison, yet still pointing God's people toward the light, even in darkness and uncertainty. The message is clear. Joy rises when Christ draws near. This Sunday invites us to lift our hearts and rejoice, for our salvation is close at hand. Isaiah 35, 1-6a. 10. The prophet Isaiah announces a breathtaking vision of renewal where the dry desert blooms with life and joy. God's saving presence transforms weakness into strength and fear into courage. The blind see, the deaf hear, and the lame leap with freedom, signs that God's kingdom is breaking into human history. Isaiah assures the exiled people that their God comes not with destruction but with healing and vindication. Those redeemed by the Lord will return with singing and everlasting joy. Sorrow and mourning will flee, replaced by the glory of God's salvation. Psalm 146, 6-10. The psalm praises the Lord who is always faithful and just. God defends the poor, feeds the hungry, frees prisoners, and lifts up those bowed down. The Lord watches over the vulnerable and sustains the righteous with tender mercy. His kingship endures forever, making him the true source of our Advent hope and joy. A reading from the letter of St. James 5-7-10. St. James urges believers to cultivate patient perseverance as they wait for the Lord's coming. Just as a farmer trusts the slow and steady growth of the earth, so must the Christian trust God's timing. Grumbling and impatience weaken the heart, but steadfastness strengthens faith. James reminds the community that the judge is truly near, standing at the door. The prophets serve as inspiring examples of courageous patience in trials. Waiting with faith becomes an act of love that honors God's promise. The Gospel of Matthew 11:2-11 from his prison cell. John the Baptist sends his disciples to Jesus with a burning question: "Are you the one who is to come?" Jesus responds not with theory but with signs of healing, liberation, and good news for the poor, fulfilling Isaiah's prophecy. His works prove that God's kingdom is alive in their midst. Jesus honors John as the greatest among those born of women, yet reveals that even the least in the kingdom is blessed beyond measure. John's humility and witness point the world toward Christ's true identity. Though imprisoned, he remains faithful to his mission. The Gospel reminds us that God's ways may surprise us, yet they always lead to life. Those who recognize Christ in his works of mercy find a joy that surpasses every trial. Lessons for us on AGaudete Sunday. Joy grows when Christ draws near. Even in difficult moments, God transforms our deserts into places of life and hope. Patience is part of holiness. Waiting prepares the heart for Christ. Like John the Baptist, we are called to witness with courage and humility. God's kingdom shines through acts of mercy and compassion. True joy comes from recognizing the saving work of Christ in everyday life. Joy deepens when we allow Christ to open our eyes, heal our hurts, and guide our steps. Meditation question: where is God inviting me today to rejoice, trust, and open my heart more deeply to the coming of Christ?